Oh, it's almost all image. 95% of politics is image.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not much substance. I mean, I've met a lot in the last 2 3 years. I've met a lot of people in politics. There's not much substance there.
That's wild. And I guess it's because, yeah, I'm watching the campaign play out, and I'm like, this is no disrespect to anybody that's been there, but there's a lot of like stuff that is illogical to the goal of getting young people to care. And that would be like where I'm like, because that would be honestly your other move is get the 20-year-olds on your side, and you got a really loud force of people for change. Do you guys have like any desires to like push towards the younger folk, and like how would you actually reach them?
Well, okay, here's one challenge though, because a lot of people are not registered to vote properly. You have to go check on a website to see if you're properly registered. In federal elections, if you're not registered, you can normally show up and say that you're whoever, you're this person, and you reside at this address, and you can vote. You can't do that with the city of Montreal. It'd be one of the things they can do is make reduce the barriers to vote for everyone. A lot of students come in here; they're not aware if they're allowed to vote or not. Uh, there's not much. It's not an easy thing to do for young people. And I'll be frank, I've never voted in a city election. This will be my first election where I'll be voting.
I know I voted before, but it wasn't my priority to care about who I voted for. Um, but yeah, no, that's an interesting point where maybe y'all can't do it, but somebody needs to create content to target that. Like, I actually got the Montreal voting thingy, the voting card for Montreal. It was trash. It was like look up and see if your name's there. I couldn't find my name until like it was in the top right corner in the tiniest letters. I'm like, this is a very poorly designed voting card. Government of Canada one was pretty easy to read. It was just like, my name's on it, and you got it, and it was simple. But the whole like you need to check if you're voting, like it's really similar to all the voting shit in the states right now. Like all their topics with regards to the complications that various governments are imposing to reduce the number of people voting.
Oh, we got piss poor voting turnouts. I mean, it's less than 50% that come and vote, and that's even that number is really low because it's not everyone's registered to vote.
That's wild. So basically, the move would have to be to first get people to register to vote, and then worry about getting them to care about who to vote for. So you have to get them to care
Yeah.
about registering to vote in the first place.
Yeah, and that they have to do like 6 months ago. I mean, it's not something that can be done at the last minute.
You can't register to vote now?
I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, listen, if people can,
I'm
if you're
pre-
not registered and you want to go try, but I'm not 100% sure.
so I'm pretty sure like the voting card I got was like you can register if you're not, and I'm like I hope that's true because that would be like wild to find out that people can't register that quick. I mean I don't know, but
But no, listen, go find out if people want to find out if they can vote. Go find out.
yeah,
I'm not. Anyways.
no, fair enough. I hear you. But yeah, there is a responsibility to make sure it's simpler to do it if they're gonna throw an election every 4 years and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, that makes a lot of sense. But so I guess like yeah, what are some of the other issues that y'all are worried about outside of I guess some of the more Montreal shit that matters. Like, do you guys have green initiatives, things like that?
We're looking at creating an ozonization plant. It's to kill the bacteria, kill all the. For water treatment. We're looking at creating a plant to avoid having to flush our crop water out in the St. Lawrence River.
Wait, so I don't know anything about any of this. This is nifty. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're looking at the numbers I don't have offhand, but we're looking at creating some or getting some water purification systems that includes this ozone technology, which kills bacteria and other things that are in our water right now. We're also looking at opening the marina that's in Lachine, opening it up fully, not just this hybrid thing, but a city like Montreal needs a marina. Uh,
Yeah, it makes sense.
those are some of the things that we're looking at as well too.
That's cool. Um, that's fair. You are a very concise talker.
Thank you.
I can feel like some people are more verbose. I'm like, you are answering questions faster than I'm asking. But nah, I mean, from what I understand, then basically y'all just want to get in there and find the most practical things that you can do to like make sense of the mess. So how do you?
I think also if we want to connect with the voters and younger people, I think we have to appear on shows like yours. I mean, this is our way of connecting with the young voters.
I'm not
I
even
don't
young.
think
I'm
many
not
young
even
people
that
are reading
young.
the.
I'm like
Sorry?
I'm in my 30s. There's like a whole bunch of younger than me that has to get connected to stills.
But I mean, like, they're not going to get connected through the traditional legacy media. I mean, it's going to be through people like you.
I agree with you on that. I just don't. The one thing I don't get is the door to door campaigns that everyone's running. I'm like, most people aren't homeowners, right? Like, you're not going up in everybody's apartment building, I imagine. And if you are, I don't know if you can do that. But like, it
You
seems.
know what? And I've spoken to a lot of the political parties, and the reason why they don't go in the apartments is because they feel that apartment dwellers don't vote as much as homeowners.
I mean, that's probably facts because they don't go in the buildings and talk to the voters and introduce themselves to them. I mean, that's
And
probably.
that's why, like, I mean, you have to sneak into a lot of apartment buildings in order to do some door knocking. But I mean, no, a lot of the parties just avoid going to the apartment buildings because they don't believe that they're voters.
That's a wild thought, all things considered. Because I know a lot of people who live in apartments that would love to vote, and I've well, I exaggerate love to vote. They at the very least want to understand the point of voting. I think there's that part of it too. A lot of people feel like it's pointless because it's a convoluted Montreal system. And I don't think a lot, I didn't even understand it. I don't really understand it except to know that it's more convoluted than I thought when I started this process. Like 450 possible people have opinions on an issue. That's wild. Like that's a lot of people to have an opinion on one issue if you ever want to get shit done. Is my like understanding of it. But yeah, y'all should get on TikTok and that kind of stuff for real. Like if you
Yeah.
and I say you with your like brevity, I'm bad for TikTok because I speak a lot. But like you just come through, just be like Neal's grievances and just 30 seconds, boom, boom, put the right hashtags towards it. Honestly, bang out 3 of those a day for the rest of the campaign. You may reach kids.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try that.
Because that